And the farm is back. We're live again. This time breaking
Best
down
ball weekend.
best ball. Best ball. I mean, we do drafts all the time, like daily. I was up at 6:45. I told you this morning, like drafting. I'm like, I just try. You look for small edges. Like, are people sleepy? Are they tired? Try to take advantage of guys that are just falling asleep at the wheel.
But what happens then is you get the auto drafters that they snipe your guys and their team makes no sense.
I know, but it's nice because you want to win as many groups as you can. So like, I think draft earlier in the morning is like, some guys do it, they set it in, they forget about it. They're maybe commuting somewhere. There's a lot of shit that's happening in best ball done that I feel like things that we kind of discussed that I want to talk about. We're going to do a draft too. I'm going to pull it up in a second.
Our goal on the weekend is to do multiple drafts. Taylor will do a draft. I'll do a draft. And I'm getting wolfed at by Underdog right now. So just some errors. And that happens when you start getting there glitching. It's never fun. So I'm getting wolfed at. I think you've had fared a little bit better. So you're gonna draft, and I'm gonna grade. I'm gonna give you a grade at the end.
100%. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be guys I like that you already know, and then other guys that I think
before we jump in, what's a guy? So I know everyone knows that. No, but I'm just saying, like, what's a guy that, let's say, in the last 10 drafts that you've been moving on to that you weren't on previously? And I have a guy.
It's tough. Okay, this is a guy that we didn't jump into great detail about, but I think we should a little bit, is Dylan Sampson. And I think before you just poop it, just let me. I know, but I knew you were going to say that. Okay, so Todd Monken's the head coach there. Todd Monken has always relied heavily on a pass catching back. In the word out of camp with Judkins, like, he's good, but like he's not fully recovered from the fibula injury. So like there is like, and also when it came to pass down work last year, he wasn't the guy. Even when Sampson wasn't the guy, it was Jerome Ford. And Jerome Ford's gone. So like to me, it's like Sampson is such a good draft pick. And he's like my last pick or second to last pick in a lot of drafts. And I think as like running back value goes, I like it a lot. I pick 3 in this draft.
I like it not at all. Pick 3 is amazing.
Okay, pick 3 is great. No, but you're discounting. Okay, you like it not at all, but the Todd Monken's there, new head coach. He uses a pass catching back. Quinton John Judkins is not that guy. They didn't use him like that last season. They're not going to use him like it this season. He is still somewhat banged up. As far as RB2s go that you can get like with their last 2 picks, like Dylan Sampson I think I have 40% because when I'm shopping, like, do I want Adam Randall? Do I want Jaden Blue? Or do I want a guy that I know is going to get the work and still had 100+ touches last season?
I understand your point. Let me just give the counter. It's just it's a bad offensive line, and Judkins could lead the league in carries.
Yeah.
But before you jump to this draft, because I want to focus on the draft, but a guy that I've moved onto a lot that I didn't have is Breece Hall. I know he's higher in the draft, but I'm getting as a third running back in robust running back builds, and he's a guy that could catch a lot of passes. The Jets aren't going to be particularly good, but I think they're going to be much better this year than they were in the previous 2. So I think he could be fine. Just sign that big contract. I don't have a worry now. I think they're just going to run him. They're going to use him, and he's an explosive player. So Breece Hall is a home run hitter, and if he hits a couple of home runs this year, we could see him, it'd be a top 3 running back. So I like him a whole lot, but let's focus on your draft. So obviously you got to go Jamar Chase here.
Yeah. See, this is the spot where I just have to draft Chase. Like I
have to,
to me, it's like it's Ashton Jeanty or Jamar Chase, and you just cannot go Ashton Jeanty over Jamar Chase. I think we discussed. Maybe I had the pick 3 last time. I think another piece that I'm looking at like as a downgrade is Malik Neighbors and that Giants offense as a whole. Because of Malik Neighbors, like he just doesn't sound like he's healthy. Like everything's like they're like the knee surgery was more severe than we thought. Like, we hope
the first month he could.
It's like a lot of.
To your point, Ashton Jeanty going 5 after Nakua. That's exactly where you kind of have.
Dude, Voodoo Hag, like come on, baby, he's a man.
That's a brand build right there. That's a brand build.
Yeah. Give me. Yeah, I love that though. I love the energy that he's bringing. I mean, I hope he doesn't snap my guy next. No, but I think. Back to Malik Neighbors. I think that is a concern for sure. I think you have to be worried about it, and you have to be worried about the Giants offense because like we saw Darnell Mooney, like I guess he would be the de facto number 1. When Drake London was out last season, Darnell Mooney sucked. And like part of me likes Darnell Mooney a little bit still. I think as a late receiver, you should potentially draft him in Malachi Fields, and I would leave off Slayton, but like Malachi Fields, for example, could be like a starter week 1 because of this Malik Neighbors issue. I don't necessarily love him out of Virginia, but like he's good enough, and I feel like he could have a few scoring weeks.
But Harbaugh and the gang are just going to run the ball 1,000 times. Like they're just going to run.
They are, which is like, so part of it's maybe an upgrade to Cam Scatbell and Tyron Tracy. Just maybe they're going to feed those guys quite a bit. I I just don't. To me, like no, not having Malik Neighbors is more of a downgrade to your team than it is anything else. Like I don't think it helps anyone else on the team other than hurt the offense.
You have to let him fall.
Yeah, I think really what the issue is, it just hurts the offense more than anything else. Other guys, dude, other team that I'm kind of like getting, and this is, I think you're someone on this spot too, is Tennessee. Like I've heard like people say Cam Ward looks more mobile, also to weight. I already like. I like Cornell Tate. He's this big, fast guy, but I like even I can draft some Wandale. I can draft some Calvin Ridley with the idea that this is an air. I mean, Cam Ward did it in college. When he played for Washington and then when he played for Miami, he aired it out, dude. He was throwing, 45 times a game. And so I like the pass catchers. If they use more of a vertical threat this season, they have now, the receiving core is so much better. And I think it's a boon to Tony Pollard. I like Gunnar Helm. Like, I think there's a lot of pieces of this team I like a lot. And I will be targeting them.
I don't love this week 17 matchup against the Steelers, but I fully comprehend that the Tennessee team could offer some value. And Ridley not being there for OTAs, I know we're early on in the OTAs, and that worries him. I've been getting Ridley as kind of like a veteran guy. Maybe he's a fine click, maybe 70, 80 catches. Be fine with that. But if he's not at OTAs, giddy up Cornell Tate, giddy up Gunnar Helm, right?
100%. So I'm 2 picks up right now on the board. So the next 2 guys in the queue, like in the ADP, are Drake London and Brock Bowers.
Show me the queue. This is where you can go onesies, right? You can either go zero.
Yeah, but okay, so like Trey McBride just went, so it's gonna be Drake London or Brock Bowers.
Trey McBride, go. This just type Trey McBride, Voodoo. I was all aboard. You cannot go Genty and then Trey McBride. You have to.
This is a phenomenal start. The Jamar Chase and Brock Bowers, like those are onesies at the position. Now it's there's a guy I love, and I really want to get this guy, and I'll talk about him if I get him. I think I may get him though because Malik. I probably won't get him. Actually, Neighbors just went, which I hate.
Neighbors, I hate
that pick. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm gonna draft this guy, and I want to talk a little bit about why I drafted him. But I think this is
unless you get sniped.
Yeah, unless I get sniped, and then if I do get sniped, I have a backup. I did not get sniped, so I'm gonna draft AJ Brown. And a lot of this is contingent of him going to New England. But dude, the word again, this is like speculation out of camp. They said Drake May looks phenomenal, and also like they're running a more vertical scheme this season, and like that is going to benefit AJ Brown. He could have a career year. Drake May is such a good passer, and people are like look at what they did last season. They ran a lot of horizontal, like a lot of their stuff was like middle of the field. Hunter Henry, Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson. They didn't throw deep a lot, and like if they try to use that, and like that's AJ Brown's strength. To me, it's like such a perfect fit. Again, I think when we get the news that he's in New England, he's going to move up a couple spots. He'll be where Drake London is in a couple weeks. Once they get the news he's going to New England, he's being drafted this because there's still a chance, right? There's a chance he stays in Philly, which is at that point.
No, he's not going to stay in Philly. He's got a locker in Foxborough, but I'm not really worried about that. I think he's a little. Listen, he's a great scheme. Like we saw Drake May on his downfield passing, the guy was phenomenal. He's absolutely like,
dude,
he's a generational talent. Yeah. This is my only point that AJ Brown could be Dustin. He's not the type of diva you want on your team. He's the diva that like he's on the sideline reading this book upside down because he's upset. He's not getting the ball, right? So it's like, there is obviously I think he has a locker in Foxborough. I think he's ready to go, but there's some like pause, right? It's like,
but the dust thing is like people say dust, but they're referring to a couple games last season where he just cried and sat on the bench. So like it wasn't the performance.
This is the thing for AJ. He's never been a separator, right? He's a guy that wins with his hands and his physicality, right? And I think that generally is going to go at some point. Like it's going to go, but I think the Patriots have set up to be such a good team that he could have career years for sure.
I mean, it's like Drake May is the best passer he's ever played quarterback. Like this is the best quarterback he's seen. And like Jalen Hurts is not as good of a passer as Drake May. And like now AJ Brown's in the best passing situation he's been in his career. And he has all the intangibles to be like a receiver one, and he could be a top 4 receiver this season for sure. Another thing I like to do with the AJ Brown builds, and I love to draft if I can get him here. I'm up in a couple picks. I'm just using this so you guys can kind of see the teams that are being built around my guys. But it's like I don't. This guy, who's that? He's got Brown, Henry, Etienne, Irving. I don't love that. We talked about Cam Scott.
I love Voodoo Heg. Like that's my bit. Like Live McConkey, Luther Burden at that turn right there. That's phenomenal. That's what it's been Genty, Brock, McConkey, Burden for me. And I just don't. I understand that the McBride the Raiders faced the Cardinals in Week 17. It's a great Week 17 matchup. So like,
this is
the favorite team.
100. Yeah, I don't like Trey McBride at all at number 2. I'm gonna do something somewhat contrarian here. I like this strategy, but it's drafting Colson Loveland. And the theory here is obviously just take like you're not going to draft another tight end at all. And I'm somewhat hamstrung, right? I have 2 elite receivers, 2 receiver ones, Dylan, 2 tight end ones, obviously. The running back I really want here, and I hope he falls, and like this is somewhat of a gamble, is Trayvon Henderson. I would love to give him at the 1 to pair with AJ Brown and hopefully Drake May in that New England offense. I'm 2 picks away. I need Mike Evans to go. Okay, 1 pick away. If I can get him, someone just drafted 2, so hopefully there's.
Yeah, listen, me and you have both done this to get a little risky. Is drop the Bowers Loveland combo.
Yeah,
it's a bold choice. It's a bold choice.
Okay, see, and then I get my guy. He falls to me, Trayvon Henderson, as the running back 1. I love it. I mean, the drum beat was so loud last season, and people are just kind of saying, this guy is such an elite running back. And, I mean, he's just going to get more involved in year 2. And I love him in the spot because I have AJ Brown, and I'm definitely going to try to prioritize Drake May in this. And I think at the turn, I'm 17 picks away. He's right at that turn, so I'll prioritize him and then try to scoop up another running back. I like to start
another guy at Voodoo Hang. It's funny because he's got the same 3 initials as our biological last name. But anyways, like I understand Waddle and understand the hype for Waddle. Those back-to-back picks, I'm not getting any of these 3 really. I'm not getting Mike Evans a lot. I'm not getting Waddle a lot. I'm not getting DJ Moore. And I'll just talk about my concerns for Waddle. One is they've run such a diverse offense. Are we sure he's going to, have all the targets we expect, right? Like They have guys they used last year that were fully capable in those roles. Obviously, Sutton's still there. They have multiple running backs. I'm just not sure how much of a target hog he's going to be there. And DJ Moore, I mean, maybe there's a case for upside there, but he has shown some regression in these last 2 seasons. And then lastly, just Mike Evans. I just don't know what I'm going to do with Mike Evans. I just don't know if I can trust him as an early round pick. So Mike Evans is a wonderful offense. Mike Evans, he has health concerns, and there's just something you got to be careful there. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that front. Like, I guess, like if he's healthy, he could have. I mean, Brock Purdy's good. Like, he's a good quarterback. They run a great system there. Mike Evans is, and like Ricky Pearsall is going to be solid. I just don't know. Like, it feels like they have Christian McCaffrey and Mike Evans are just so vulnerable. Like, Christian McCaffrey gets hurt, the offense gets worse, less opportunities for Mike Evans. Mike Evans gets hurt, that gets more opportunities for Ricky Pearsall. That's a benefit. But like Christian McCaffrey wasn't by all objective measures really good last season. He just had insane volume, right? But your body will wear down over time if you just get volume and you're not efficient with it. Or like even if you are efficient with it, your body will just wear down. And he just gets so much volume that you have to be somewhat concerned.
All right, obviously you went zero RB. So we got 1 RB in the first 5 picks, 2 tight ends, which is nuts. I love that. I love the just differentiation because you're not going to see if you get a team through the week 17 matchups. We already know are great for that. If you get a team like a Loveland Bowers team through, it's just an absolute like sun run at the end. Like you cannot draft another tight end. You have to spend your late round capital on guys that can fill out your running back and receiver core.
Agreed. When you look at my team right now,
Washington and apologies. Loveland and Bowers could score every week for you.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do here, and this guy fell to me, is I get another running back 1 who I really like here is Chuba Hubbard. Because Drake May, I'm still like a couple picks, so I can still scoop him up as long as I don't get sniped. But I need another running back 1, and he's my favorite. Like, he's one of the last of like this. People use tiers. I don't know if I would say tier, but he's one of the last like really good, like solid RBs you feel good about. He gets such a good volume, especially with Dowdle now gone. And the Panthers offense has looked better. So I like that pick a lot. I really want Drake May to fall. We got they're in the queue still. So
listen, I'm a huge Brooks buyer, but his ADP is absolutely sundown. But Canales loves Hubbard. Absolutely loves Hubbard.
Who?
Dave Canales.
He loves Hubbard, dude. Yeah, he does. And so I'm hoping. So we just Prescott went, Herbert went. Everyone's getting their guys. Kind of looking ahead. Drake May is available, so I'm going to get him. And I love how this team is being constructed right now. I mean, I'm getting all my guys at the positions. You get Bowers, who fell to me. Look at the team right now as it's constructed. And you have. I mean, you have AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, right? You have the New England stack with Trayvon Henderson. You have Loveland Bowers. I'm looking down the board a bit. I'm definitely gonna probably if he's there, I'm gonna go Blake Corum. He's a guy I think you like as well. We just know he's gonna.
It's just like I don't understand. Can you tell me who got Henry? I mean, sorry, Kyron, and where they got him?
Okay, let's look. I mean, I'm assuming
it looks like I see it to the right of robust running back build. He got Barkley, Kyron, Javonte Swift. Just the dusty old heads. I respect it. I mean, Jefferson, Daniels. That's not my favorite team. That's not my favorite team.
No, I don't really like that team.
But Kyron, look at where he's going. He's going 34th overall. Makes no sense to me. Like Corum's going to be in there. They're going to be splitting at the very least. And Corum obviously showed some juice last year. Like I understand a good offense, but like for me, Kyron is going way too high.
Dude, this team I'm about to draft, you're about to freaking love this team so much. Just wait. But also, like, if I get Blake Corum, just look at the team. Like, it's really hard to build a solid team with the double tight end, especially, when you draft Loveland and Bowers. But don't look at, if I can get Corum here, like, there's not really a soft spot in the lineup.
No.
There's not. It's like you get your QB1 and Drake May, right? You're stacking up that team. And so I think the goal for me here, and I really hope I can get, is I really want to get Blake Corum. If Colin Monongai fell, I would consider him as well.
Kyle, dude, I love Monongai. Once again, week 17
But
matchup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To me, like the best correlation would probably be Monongai because I already have Colston Loveland. So if he could fall, I would love that. Love the way it's shaping up. I think it's tricky. You have to be careful because like if Chuba Hubbard's not there, it's like you don't really like the guys right behind him, and then you only have one running back. The fact that I was able to get Chuba and Travion there, love those two onesies, and then obviously AJ Brown and Jamar Chase are anchors of the team. But I mean, it's like the team is solid all the way around. I'm not sacrificing a position.
Not really. But once again, you're gonna have to sacrifice whenever you get Bowers and you get Loveland. Like it's gonna be sacrificing there. But it's not always about getting the best at every. It's about like getting that differentiation build where you can build a complete team around it. And like
100%.
you're gonna be so if you get out of a pod and you get to the finals with Loveland Bowers team, like I said, it's gonna be so different. You're gonna be lapping the field at tight end and potentially flex, right? So both those guys have multiple and. This is the thing about tight ends that I really love in this format, right? Underdog half point PPR. These guys, they obviously catch a lot of passes, but they're touchdown targets as well. So you get a double touchdown tight end performance from both of them in the final week. Like you're going to be lapping the field. So that's why I like
and these guys are like, I mean, generational tier tight end like talent as well, like Brock Bowers obviously, but Colton Loveland. I mean, what we saw last season, he was getting 14 targets, 15 targets in a game. That's insane, Dylan. You don't see that out of the tight end position. Like you have two of those guys on your build. I mean, every week
I'm not just a stats nerd. When I'm watching tape, like Colton Loveland's a different like he's a different type of player. Like when he's on the field, you're like, this guy's different, right? Like same with Luther Burden on the Bears. Like these guys are just different. Like the way they operate in the field, like they're like Colton Loveland's an absolute like amazing receiving tight end,
100%. All right,
like
Mononga is one pick away. Let's see if our guy snipes him, but I would love to get him or Blake Corum here. I'm happy with either. Prefer Mononga.
Could you I don't know where you're at in the queue, but could you potentially get Mononga and then come back and get Corum or no?
There's another guy I'm going to draft, and I like this guy better. But I did get Mononga, which, dude, it's just perfect. Look at the team. Look at the perfect correlation we have building here. We have Mononga and Loveland stacked together in that game, which is a week 17 matchup that we really like. Okay, Blake Corum is like he may be available. He's 4 picks away. He may get picked, but like there's a guy, and I want to get a receiver 3. I want to get receiver 3 more than I want to get running back 4 at this point. I have 3 good running backs I feel pretty good about. Kyle Mononga is going to be heavily involved. You have 2 number ones in Henderson.
How the buys looking? Any apocalypse issues?
No apocalypse. So Blake Corum's gone, which is okay because this is as long as this receiver doesn't go, I love him.
Can you scroll down your screen a little bit so I can see a little bit because we are stuck on the Mononga.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll go back.
Yeah, there you go. I just want to see
I like the view where you can see the players. It's nice that they have this format.
Me too. Because then we get a better picture of the whole teams, what's going on.
Okay, so tell me what you think about this pick. And
I love Laporta. That Laporta just went. Obviously, you're not going to draft him here, but Xavier Worthy's just an amazing pick.
Dude, I know
this guy.
Yeah, it's like okay, there's rumblings that with the Rice issues they may bring in a receiver, but like Xavier Worthy's good enough at this. Like he could still be default number 1. He knows this
if Xavier Worthy's healthy and Mahomes can find a way to like fix his deep ball completion percentage, it could be giddy up. And we don't have any correlation here, but what I've done a lot lately is just getting Worthy with pieces of like Herbert, Hampton, McConkey.
100%. I like that. I mean, I like that a ton. My favorite way to do it, Dylan, and I think I'll do it on this build is to do. I like to do like a Xavier Worthy with the Keaton Mitchell. Because it's like, hey, a cheap running back, especially on this build. I think he's another guy you can throw, and he will get used. So I love Hampton. I don't feel like Hampton
build right now. 1 3 3 2.
No, it's 1 3 3 2. So you got double tight. I mean, this is what I mean. I think this is it's really hard to get a balanced build with Loveland and Bowers, but I feel like this has turned out pretty balanced. You have 3 receiver 1s as long as Rice is hurt or like going to be suspended or like we don't know. There's just off field stuff. Worst case scenario, where there's a number 2 and Patrick Mahomes.
Listen, Voodoo Hang, you were building a great team, and then until you went kind of a weirdly stacked. Like you have Bo Nix unstacked. I mean, maybe you can get No, here's Waddle. I'm sorry. I apologize. You do have Waddle there. I don't really love the team. To be honest with you, scroll over to the right. Do you mind? I just want to see the old head, the Dusty build. So Javon, I hate that he's got 6 running backs, Pollard, Dottle. I mean, he's got 1 receiver, Justin Jefferson. Like, that's just not good. At this point, like, you're gonna be fighting for like backup receivers. And as we know, the league transitioning to 13, 12 personnel, you're gonna have to get ones and twosies here. So I don't love that at all.
This is something interesting. I feel like my team, this is turning out to like an A draft for me. Like some drafts I do, I'm like, this is a C draft.
Listen, I think it's an A for the Loveland Bowers build. Whenever you get Loveland and Bowers, you can build a complete team with good upside receivers and upside running backs. Like that, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the guys are in the queue, and I won't get these guys. Matthew Golden, I love. He's my highest drafted player. I have like 60% Matthew Golden. I'm not gonna get him, but he could fall. I'm 5 picks away, and he's still in the queue, but he looks like he's gonna get picked just based off ADP. Romeo Doubs, I also like a lot here. Obviously, New England guy. Just to like add another.
You just have to go Dobbs. You just go him as the, once again, correlation. We know that matters infinitely more in like than week 17 matchup. So I think correlation would.
I would love Dobbs. If Dobbs is still here, I'm definitely go him. The other guy, if Dobbs is gone, I may go QB2, but we'll see if Dobbs is available. I think QB2 is probably going to be picked, but Dobbs and QB2 could be gone. Let's see what Voodoo Hang does. It's kind of contingent on where he goes. Hopefully, he makes a horrible pick here.
Travis Kelce. Kelsey's fine. Kelsey's a fine tight end player. I kind of like him a lot.
Yeah. So now I'm still like, my QB2 is still available. He's still available. So Tyler Shaw, Romeo Doubs. I guess I should probably stick with a stack of Tyler Shaw. Romeo Doubs. I'm gonna go Romeo Doubs. Just
go Dobbs just to fit your stack. But look at the team right before you. I just want to go up. Conception, Stafford, Purdy, Pierce, Tate, Evans, Scotty. Like, where's the correlation? Like, I don't understand the. Does he have Nakua? He's got to have Nakua to have the Stafford, right? And
yeah, I'm assuming so. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But the Purdy piece, I mean, he's fine, I suppose. But I don't love the correlation whatsoever there.
No. All right. So Jake, we got one. Okay, and our QB2 fell to us here, and we're gonna go Tyler Shaw's QB2. I mean, this draft is just shape. It's white boy summer, dude. It's Drake May. It's Tyler Shaw.
And you don't need Shaw's one of the guys you really don't need to
stack.
You don't need to have him stacked because he's gonna run enough to be a menace there. So him naked's totally fine.
Dude, I like him naked so much too because it's like their offense will be better. I love Malik Willis, but I prefer the New Orleans offense for sure over the Dolphins offense this year.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's like literally every one of my guys that I wanted, I've got. They fell to me, which is phenomenal. I mean, you have 2 QB1s, obviously, in Shaw and Drake May. You have 4 receivers.
I'll be with an eagle putt too, just a solo second.
Eagle. Let's go. I'm always hoping I see an albatross. I'm like, Scotty's got to do one. He's always locked in. He's got to do that one of these days.
I mean, Clarence 18-foot bomb, Tom Kim birdie back to back. I mean,
all right. Some of this good voodoo.
Saturday sweats for golf, and 5 of 6 and an 888 is always decent. I mean,
this draft is teetering on A+ for me. Are you able to see the teams? Let me see if I can go wider here. Can you see everybody now?
I can mostly. It's a little out. It's really hard to zoom into fully, but yeah, I see it pretty good.
Okay, someone just drafted Malik Willis. I mean, Dylan, when you look at the team here, though, Jamar Chase 101, Brock Bowers. I mean, the fact that Brock fell that far to basically the start of the third round is surprising to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the fact that Brock Bowers is going behind Trey McBride makes no sense to me.
The fact that he went behind Jeremiah Love also doesn't make sense to me. It's like I don't love I don't even love the Taylor Love starter at all.
The Kubiak sentiment in Brock Bowers, like football robot from heaven. Like, I just love that. It makes no sense, but it's absolutely like such a fun thing to say.
Dylan, but this is looking like the best team I've ever. No joke. I mean, I've done 40 drafts. This is my favorite draft I've done so far. We'll see if it continues. When you get into the depths of hell and the annals of hell in these drafts, you're like, okay, who do I go here? There's pick tools you can use to help you prepare and decide who you want to use. But all right, let's see. I'm going to zoom it back out a little bit so I can get to the board. There's a couple guys I like here. A guy I really want to draft as a running back 4. And this is a guy we've already talked about. It's Keaton Mitchell. It pairs nicely with Xavier Worthy, but he also has
while you're here, do you mind transitioning back to the board? Like, who's available? Jacoby Lane just went. I don't like that him going off the board there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I mean, maybe there's some inside information, but it's still
No, they're just some guys. Just pick your guys. Sometimes some guys will do that. Okay, Keaton
Yeah.
Mitchell, I do like. Yeah, and I
What's
think
another-
once,
I'll
dude,
shoot-
go ahead, Mark Naylor and
Dude,
Tucker. Listen. I've
Yeah,
been
hold
showing.
on. Did you see me and Mark Naylor? I already marked Naylor.
I saw. Yeah, that's why I'm just reiterating what you've done. But
Okay.
I showed Taylor this video from Raiders beat cam and beat reporter and just saying like Jack Beck, blowing things about Jack Beck being involved in the offense.
Dude,
I have like 80%.
Voodoo Hank sniped me, dude. He took Keaton Mitchell, but you know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna draft Stephon Diggs.
Great pick.
I like Stephon Diggs. It's like, dude, now it's like he could go somewhere. Could have AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, and freaking Jamar Chase. The team is shaping up great. Because I'm so stout a receiver, I went receiver 1 and 2. Like I feel great drafting him, and then with the next pick, I'm gonna draft Jalen Naylor. And I just love that my board is turning out pretty nice. Let's go back here and take a look. All right, I'm coming up in just a second. Looks like Strange just went. There's a lot of guys being drafted I don't love. Naylor should still be here. I obviously don't need another tight end. So I should be good there. Okay, I'm gonna draft Naylor. Dang. Okay. Dude, the team is turning out pretty nice.
Go back to the board so I can see all the picks if you don't mind.
Yeah. Dude, this again, I've drafted a couple Lovely and Bowers teams, and at the end I always hate them, but this is one these guys keep falling to me, which is so I have a 2-3-6-2 currently. My 3 running backs, Travion Henderson, Chuba Hubbard, Calvin guy, all guys, like 2 bell cows and a guy that is going to be 50-50 split. Obviously the receivers are phenomenal. Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, Romeo Dobbs, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Naylor. I mean, those receivers are elite. I can't believe I got that, and I still
what you're gonna do on this turn now, and you know this better than me, is you're gonna need to go Tucker and Mendoza if they're available. Is Mendoza gone yet?
He is not, but Tucker's gonna be gone for sure.
Well, what I like doing is I love pairing Bowers with Mendoza in the late kind of week 17 Royal Rumble there. So I think getting Mendoza to pair with Naylor and Bowers and potentially Beck is a great play.
Yeah, I mean, and the guy I'm going to draft is a guy we talked about. I led the show with, but a guy out of Browns camp that's going to get it. But I need a 4th running back, and this guy, Dylan, again, he's the other guy I kind of like is Tyler Algier. But to be honest with you, it's just like that. He's not going to get the high value the receiving.
This is where I would disagree more. I would, based on your build, having the Raiders and having them higher, I would go Algier in the week 17 matchup. Let's say you need a couple touchdowns. Algier could absolutely punt. Algier, they signed him to a big enough contract. He's going to get.
Algier will be gone. Algier will be gone. He won't be available.
He's going to get 7 to 10 touches. And if he's not gone, you have to go him. That's just my opinion.
Algier is always for me is always the pick there, but Samson's down the board a little bit, which is why I go Samson. I do like Samson a lot. And again, the words out of camp make me even more vindicated that he's going to have a role this season with a Todd Monken offense that likes to use the pass catching back. And we saw that he was just Quinton Judkins was not that guy. To your point. But I think Deshaun Watson, him being there, the offense can be more competent. I think he's going to be okay this season. See, what's his name is gone. So now it's not even the decision I have to make. I'll go Dylan Sampson again. I liked him. We started the show with that.
Don't look now. They got a team in the top 200 in the
25. When you don't even have the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, see who can break a leg. But
no, I mean, listen. Don't. I mean,
how's he doing?
He's 2 under. I mean, he's 20. It was 3 under, but he's not, he's lost the field today so far. Let's just say
okay.
That.
So I got sniped. MPL 333 also listening in. So I'm going to take Mendoza here, which is okay. I like to get QB3 here. I'm going to draft Jack Beck at the end
you don't have to do QB3, but I like what you've done where having Shut Naked, you have obviously your QB1 and Drake May. He's going to be a leader, and then having Mendoza with Bowers, Naylor, and potentially Beck. That's the priority, and I like what you've done there.
Yeah. Now is a decision time. So I have 3 running backs. I may pick up another guy. I talked about Tennessee. This is another guy I just know he's going to be used. He's similar to Dylan Sampson, but it's tied.
I think Spears actually is a better pick than Sam. I think Spears is going to get more guaranteed work.
Spears and Sampson are the exact same player, essentially.
No, they are, but if you ask me who's more talented, Spears. Obviously, Spears had some more injuries in the NFL so far, but Spears is a guy that when he's on the field, we were singing his praises last year. We thought Tony Pollard might be dust, but he showed some moments last year, and he's going to be involved. I think Tennessee is going to take a step forward. So, yeah, absolutely. I do like Spears a lot.
Okay, and so coming up at the turn, a guy that I may draft, and this is going to be somewhat of a luck box, is I'm going to draft Alvin Kamara to pair him with Tyler Shaw.
Ooh.
I don't know how.
That's a risky play, but I understand it because I think he's gonna play. I think
this is the thing. If he plays, it's gonna be with the Saints. He said this. He's like, if I don't play for the Saints, I'm gonna retire. So like, does he take the RB2 role? Does Travis Etienne? Because dude, you know what? Travis Etienne looked good, but he still had Bashal Tootin down his neck, and like they both had competent games. You see what I'm saying? Like, could Kamara have those games with? I think there's some correlation there. I like getting as an RB5 a guy that has potential upside. We know Kamara, like maybe he only gets 10 to 12 touches a game, but 10 to 12 touches at this deep in the draft is interesting. Again, I think having a little bit RB depth there as well makes sense on my team. I don't need a receiver. I definitely don't need tight end. Quarterback is solid now. The other guy potentially I will go is Mike Washington. I think if Mike Washington's there, we'll probably go him over Kamara still, given that I have Mendoza, I have Brock Bowers. I think Mike Washington out of where do you play? Hold on, don't tell me. He played with Arkansas. He played with Taylor Green in Arkansas. I think So you don't even know who I'm talking about because you're deep in the.
No, I don't Mike Washington. I love him. I think he's gonna get work in the the Raiders backfield.
But so I think he fits so nicely with my stack with Mendoza, with Brock Bowers, and with Jalen Naylor.
Genty's gonna be amazing. We're so high on Genty, but like Mike Washington is gonna mix in occasionally. And he's just a better mix-in piece than they had last year. So
to me, it's like on this build, it's if I could get Mike Washington and Kamara, I would absolutely love it. I get the double correlation with the running backs and quarterbacks, and then I have obviously mini stacks here with the Saints and those weekends.
I do want to talk about this too with Genty, and I know he's not on this particular build, but he's the type of guy that I don't know. There's something weird about the way he runs it. He doesn't seem like he's the injury type, right? No, well, I could have said that about Scotty a little bit. He was kind of spearing people with his head.
No, give me some takes on these teams that you're seeing here. I don't like. I mean, there's a couple teams I don't really like. This team here, Jonathan Taylor, Jeremiah Love, but then it's Pacheco and Algier. I don't like that running back room at all.
Pairing Love with Algier is kind of. I understand it. People do that sometimes. It's just kind of a hedge. Like, okay, well, at least I have one guy scoring every week. But I generally don't do that.
I went there and I took Mike Washington, which I love. Okay, that's my fifth running back. That was a weaker position. He's correlated with Mendoza, with Naylor, and with Bowers. Now I have 5 running backs, 2 tight ends, 6 receivers, and I'll go here if he's available. I would love to get Alvin Kamara to pair him with Tyler Shaw, kind of complete the 6 running backs again because I waited on running backs, and now I have a potential. Like every guy is going to be involved in the offense. The guy that's the biggest question mark is Alvin Kamara, but what we should. It's kind of just dependent on what we see. It's between him and Ray Davis. I think the correlation for me leans towards Kamara. I think Ray Davis, again, is going to be unused if James Cook's healthy. So I think Kamara will still have a role even if Etienne's healthy.
Yeah. So I think the new coaching staff, the OC there, could use Ray Davis because Ray Davis is absolutely good. He's absolutely a good
he's a beast.
A good player. But
okay, so how many picks do we have left here?
I think it's just one.
One pick. So the team is shaking out 3-6-6-2. I mean, it's like, again, this is an A+ team. I think we're teetering on A+ here. If we can get Jack Besh with the last pick.
First of all, you're gonna get Jack Besh because no one ever drafts him. I have 85%. If you're not in my pod, you're gonna get Jack Besh. That's just a fact, or he's not going. And we talk about this all the time. Don't make stands at the beginning of the draft, right? Make stands at the end where
no, I think you can make stands everywhere. I'm making a stand in Genty. Like I'm definitely gonna take Jack here. Just this team, Dylan. Let's go. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up here. I mean, it's just when you visualize it, it is a solid team. So can you see here on this side of the screen, Drake May?
Yeah, read it out.
Yeah. So look at running backs. I mean,
it's safe to make an assumption you're gonna get Jack back.
So we got White Boy Summer in full effect. We got Drake May, Tyler Shaw, and Mendoza. Is Mendoza Cuban? I guess that considered white. So listen to the running backs. You got Trayvon Henderson, Chuba Hubbard, Kyle Mononga, Tajay Spears, Mike Washington, Alvin Kamara. All those guys. Obviously, you got a couple of bell cows there, but guys that are going to be involved in the offense. And receivers absolutely stacked too. Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, Dobbs, Diggs, when he signs, is going to be valuable. Will be a value at that pick. I got him like 7 picks after ADP. Jalen Naylor right now is the number 1, and I'm going to get Jack Betch. So 2 receivers for Mendoza. Correlated across the board there, which you love to see. You have Drake May with AJ Brown, and then obviously Bowers and Loveland kind of anchoring the tight end room. I mean, this is Dylan. Like, just give me. I know you're watching some golf here, but just give me the take because I know this is a team that
I'm not gonna give it A+, but I'm giving it a B+ to an A. I think
you got to give it an A. I think it's so hard.
And once again, I think the thing you're understating is the depth of the team with the Brock Bowers Loveland combo.
That's what I'm saying. That's so hard to do because
to get those 2 guys in your first 4 picks and build a solid squad is so hard. So I've
You
done it multiple
sacrifice. You
times.
always, if you draft 2 tight ends, you always sacrifice a position. But I don't feel like I sacrifice him. It's like AJ Brown.
I actually like the team better that you do. So usually, when I'd go Loveland and Browers to get different, I would do 2 running backs with Bowers and Loveland. I kind of like the way you've done it. You've had the 2 receivers with Bowers.
AJ Brown, yeah, it worked out well. I was worried about running back, but look, the running back room turned out pretty solid. Like this is Dylan. This is a solid running back. Like look at these 6 backs: Henderson, Hubbard, and they're correlated with quarterbacks as well. So. Obviously it's my team, and whenever you draft a team, you feel more biased. But I feel like this is a solid team. Like I like how everything turned out. I'm gonna draft with my last pick, Jack Besh, and so I have more correlation on the Raiders. Again, buy in the Raiders offense this season. I think they'll be a fun team to watch, and
just Kubiak coming over. I think he's gonna make them at the very least much more efficient and just have way more opportunities for scoring. So
100%, yeah.
I see you as a fuzzy duck.
Yeah. I'm gonna fix it real fast. Hold on. You want to draft a team, Dylan? Are you able to or no?
It won't even let me in. I'm getting woofed at. I told you, woof. All
right, let's see. Should be fine now. Yeah.
Let's just talk about. So, I like what you did. I mean, that's the one way to get contrarian. Do that or 2 early tight ends. Obviously, looking at the draft, I'm always gonna be Bowers over McBride. So if McBride falls, maybe I'll pick up a share or 2 McBride. But McBride was last year for me. It's Bowers this year. The football robot from heaven is gonna make my teams. I'm trying to get so much of him in season long. I just think like he could break records this year. I think he could break tight end records. I think he could go. I don't want to say 15 touchdowns, but he could if he's healthy.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he could get 12 to 1500 yards, 15 touchdowns. Just absolutely I could see him being a top 5 pick next year, and I mean that. I think he could absolutely. With the caveat with the right quarterback play. If we say Mendoza take a step forward, kind of weeks 6 through 17, I think we could see an absolute transformation in that offense, and I'm kind of excited about it, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. They're gonna be a fun team to watch. At least I'm hoping so. Let me see. Let me see. What's the most tight ends ever in a season?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see. How are the golfers looking? Good?
They're looking just fine. I mean, nothing special's happened right now. Just the typical sweat plan is not
going to Gronk scored 17. Jimmy Graham's done 16. Gates 13. Vernon Davis 13. So I think to me it's like, is 7 touchdowns reachable? A touchdown per game.
17?
Yeah.
18?
7 is 18. So it's contingent on this. If Mendoza is Andrew Luck-esque, right? Like if Mendoza's that quality talent quarterback, like we maybe could see it. Maybe this is like a next year thing, depending on like maybe Brock Bowers scores 15 touchdowns this season. We're like, this guy's just elite. But this is the season done because if they're good this season, they maybe bring in a receiver 1. So maybe this is your opportunity just to get all the Brock Bowers love you can.
Yeah, and like the thing about Bowers is, as much as I like Beck, Naylor, and Trey Tucker, and as long as they don't bring anyone in, those guys can't hold a candle to Brock Bowers. Like I want those guys to take a step forward because you don't want guys just to isolate Brock Bowers, right? We want to make sure he's getting lanes. So part of the buy on Beck is just a buy on the offense. Maybe they're better overall. So you get Beck as a good pick, and you get Bowers kind of just. The better that team is, the more open everyone is going to be. It's just the fact of the matter. Whenever you can key on a player, it's never good. We see that with Jefferson. I mean, we saw the limitations of JJ McCarthy last year, but it was easy just to key on Jefferson because like the offense was so dysfunctional. It was like, well, I'm just going to take him away. And look, I mean, he finished outside the I don't know, remember exactly what he finished at receiver, but it was outside the top 20 easily. So
Jefferson finished like outside the top 30. He had a horrible season.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a fan, man. Brock Bowers is gonna be heavy on a lot of teams. I can show. I'm gonna show my ownership or my.
Yeah, show it.
Just why and how's while I do this, Dylan. Tell me how we looking. What's
nothing special's happened in golf. I mean, Rasmus Hogard, who I didn't play, is like he just bogeyed up. I mean, you get stuck in the lips of these bunkers. I don't know if anyone plays golf, but like the lip of the bunker, especially at this course, is. I mean, like all courses, it's a problem. Like you just might as well punch it out. Like none of these guys can clear this lip. So
let me share this here. So you're gonna see. Yeah. I've done 44 teams so far. So I'm about a third of the way through. It's consolidated. I mean, we have My second, I have 50%.
Just go through positions. I just want to see it that way in that view.
Okay. So Malik Willis again, I think at ADP, the reason I have 50% is just I feel like at cost, like he's a guy on three QB builds for the most part, but like he's a guy I like to get a lot of. I'm high on Jordan Love. I'm higher on all the Packers this season. Tyler Shell, we've already talked about. He was on the team I just drafted. Justin Herbert, again, love Ladd McConkey, love Hampton, love Keaton Mitchell. And outside of that, I don't really like any. I don't like Gatson. I think David and Joe could be in there is somewhat of a concern. I have 11% Bryce Young, so that's over. And that's at like expectation. We're a Panthers fan, so I got to have a little bit. I'm pretty low on Jaden Daniels, lower than I thought I would be. 11%. Drake May 11%, and then Mendoza 9%. So you can funnel through the other guys down here, kind of a little bit of everybody as you kind of get to the draft. I have one share of Daniel Jones. Kind of worried about that. It doesn't look like he's going to be healthy to start the season. Running back is the biggest like surprise potentially. I mean, I have 50% of a round one drafted guy, so pretty much every other draft I'm taking Genty. Like it's like if it's not one of the big three, it's Genty. Every time. So pretty much that's that ownership actually could go up over time. Other guys to point out, Dylan Sampson, we've already talked about, but I like the Manon guy. I like the week 17 matchup. I like that he's going to be used quite a bit. And like, he could usurp DeAndre Swift this season if he's better than them. So we'll see. Other guys to mention there, a lot of Keaton Mitchell. I'm going to move off some of this Katron Allen. I like Washington running backs because like Rashad White can get banged up. JCM is like not a pass action back, so I feel like Katron Allen could be used at sometimes during the season. But yeah, don't feel too great about that. Receiver, Matt Golden at the top. Chris Bell, who we discussed quite in depth, number 2. I don't know if you're a fan of Chris Bell. Terry McLaurin, I have a lot of him. Jack Betch is number 4 for me. So, I mean, I'm over the field there. Jalen Naylor, obviously, we've been talking about the Raiders, Ladd McConkey, Zachariah Branch, who I don't think you love, but I think there's
me and you are what people would call hyper aggressive, like consolidators of ownership. Like and it's like, just in our nature, like black or red. If it's black, I'm gonna win everything, right? It's like one of these things. Like when it comes and black is for the Raiders in week 17. That's what it's for. But I want these iterations where like, okay, if I get out of this pod and I'm making my way to the finals, I want to have these guys that I have 100%. Convictions on at high ownership, right? Because
look at this ownership. It's like Brock Bowers number 2 and Colson Love number 3. That's how heavy I am on those guys. It's like Chigo Conquo. I like him a lot this season compared to Jaden Daniels, but he could have the Jonnu Smith breakout season like Jonnu had in Miami. It feels like Chick could be heavily involved in a offense that has, outside of Terry, doesn't really have anyone. They have a rookie in Williams. I don't know who else is there from leftovers from last season. But Gunnar Helm is another guy I really like. Because I have a lot of Malik Willis, I do have some Greg Dulcich. I feel like he was highly touted. Remember in Denver, everyone's like, Greg Dulcich is an elite tight end. Dylan, I don't remember where he played. Did he play Iowa in college?
Yeah, no, Greg Dulcich is fine. I mean, it's one of those things like unless they sign someone, Greg Dulcich is going too low. Like it's just unless they sign another tight end, like Greg Dulcich is an absolute value at his current draft position. So Greg Dulcich is fine. I mean, once again, I'll reiterate this, and I want to talk about my ownership before I talk. I mean, my number 1 quarterback too is 48% Malik Willis, and I think obviously we understand the rushing upside, but you go back and watch his tape, he absolutely can throw the rock. I mean, he's a guy that is way more talented with his arm than people realize. So I like him, just the upside, and just it's going to be a run first offense, but having a guy going as QB 20, absolutely give me him. I think I'm a little bit more aggressive than you, so. Malik Willis 48%, Mendoza 45%, very aggressive there. And I just do the top 5 for each position. I don't want to go, but then Herbert 30%.
I'm gonna pause you for a second. More aggressive. I want to see your action, Genty. Is there anyone more aggressive than
not than Genty?
No, I'm saying the aggressiveness is outlandish because it's a round 1 guy. So it's like
I understand. Let me just finish these top 5. So we have Jaden Daniels 25% and Caleb Williams 20%.
I like that.
I really like that top 5. So we have Malik 1, Mendoza 2, Herbert 3, Jaden 4, Caleb 5. Go to running back. JCM, Bill's a guy I'm getting a lot of just because he's been falling and he's just RB3, RB4. I don't love him, but 48% him. Black 45%. There's a big risk in Black. Obviously, I'm betting on if the McCaffrey can't stay healthy and Black mixes in. He's just the guy there. I'm not even sure Black's the guy, so that's a little risky. Pollard at 45, and then Genty at 40, and then Hampton at 34.
I'm worried about Black.
Yeah, so Genty and Hampton at 40 and 34, I really like. Pollard at 45, I really like. Black and JCM, I'm not so sure about, but they're fine. I mean, once again, these are guys you're drafting later on. Receiver, this is where it gets crazy, folks. Jack Beck at 82% exposure. That's just absolutely banana land. Banana land. And like, you want to hear 74%. Guess who's that? Jalen Naylor. I need the Raiders to absolutely be menaces this year. I'm getting these guys right because one of these guys is going to be the wide receiver one. One of these guys, Trey Tucker could be, and Trey Tucker's guess what?
Remember we had
Trey Tucker's number 4 at 42%.
Yeah, remember we had this discussion when we had this. I think you could draft the 3 Vegas receivers because Kirk Cousins or Mendoza is going. The volume will be so much better than what you have in Miami. This is what I was like. I love Chris Bell. Chris Bell's my number 2 drafted receiver behind Golden. I love Chris Bell, but drafting out 3 of them doesn't make sense because they're not going to throw enough. So that's why I love the Vegas receivers. And it seems like that was the stand you made.
Yeah, also, I love
Tim Bogian too, which is always fun.
Yeah. Let me get through top 5. So Jack Beck 1, Jalen Naylor 2, Terry 3, Trey Tucker 4, Golden 5. I'll talk about 5, 6, and 7 just because this is where alignment. These are all similar exposures, even down to 8. So we have Golden, Ladd McConkey, Luther Burden, Marvin Harrison to round it out. They're all in the 30 to 40% range, which is absolutely aggressive. But Marvin Harrison's the guy. Once again, we're looking for companions in that Week 17 matchup, the Fiesta Bowl, right, with the Raiders and the Cardinals. So I think he's the type of guy that is getting slept on in the sense of we saw what Michael Wilson did. I think Marvin Harrison's take looks fine if he can stay healthy. And I need Brissett in there. I don't need Carson back. I need Brissett in there. I think we could absolutely see him take another step forward. And he's a super talented guy. So
yeah, I think Marvin Harrison, this is what he needs. He needs to get a little bit more aggressive. He needs to get a little chippier. If he gets chippier, he's so fit. He could be the best receiver in the league. He could be the number 1 receiver in the league. He's got to get a little more aggressive. I saw multiple times last season, the guys would just snatch the ball out of his hands. It's like he was scared. It's like, dude, come on, bud. You're huge.
No one's more scared than Brian Thomas going across the middle of the field. Like Brian Thomas is like, you can have the ball. I'll have my life, folks. I'll have my life. Please don't hit me. I'll drop this kindly.
That's
which is fine. Listen, it's a dangerous game. I get it. I mean, listen, if I was in there, I'd be doing the same thing. So I
don't know. It's like, it is a dangerous game. But you just mentioned, we talked about sports that you like to play. It's like, yeah, the brain injury, but you play. It's like Gladiator. You get to show up on Sundays and just go to work.
It's my favorite sport for that. If like we talk about, we both have kids. It's like we let our kids, but I would absolutely, in the sense of, listen, baseball, you're gone half the year, every year, and you're playing. You're on the road it's like football. You show up and play Sundays at 1 p.m. You practice them. Fantastic. What a good schedule that is. But yeah. Anyways, obviously it's a difficult sport. Let's go to the last position for me. Tight end is just Chig 1, Laporta 2, Loveland 3, Bowers 4, Gadsden 5, likely 6. So really like that kind of ownership. I mean, I prefer to kind of add to the Loveland Bowers piece of that. A guy I want to touch on is number 2 at 34% is Laporta. I think Laporta, the new OC there, can absolutely be a menace. When he's healthy, he's only 24. If he can stay healthy, like him a whole lot. So
I like Laporta's great. Laporta's great. That offense, it's just there's Stoney Mouse. That's the biggest concern.
So I want to jump back on and we'll do a couple drafts tomorrow. That's just best ball Saturday, best ball Sunday. We'll jump back on and do some more drafts tomorrow. We'll focus in on that. But I just wanted to make sure we can get through what we can get through today.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'll come over. I want to talk to you about some golf. I'll do that when we get off. You done?
Right.
You want to talk about anything else? No.
That's it. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
All right, later.